Hello, you guys, and good morning. Look at, we already have so many people here. Hi, you guys. I finally am so happy YouTube didn't switch it up on me today. I was like, thank goodness, I don't have to run around trying to figure this out. So, good morning. Comment where you're from. Comment where you're at. I love seeing, even if you already told me yesterday or the day before. Share with me where you are in the world and what time it is for you. I'm really curious what time it is for you. And let me know that you guys can hear me okay. So I got good morning. Oh, from Sedona. Oh my gosh. So we're both in Sedona. You guys, I got an Airbnb for this week last minute to like spoil myself because I'm like, I am part introvert. Like I'm part introvert and I do this. I've done this before. Well, I'll go off and I'll take trips by myself and I'll just be in the mountains by myself. And I'm like so happy. I always tell Drew, I'm like, I'm my own best friend, you know? That wasn't always the case though. From Oregon, Paige, Otis, Natalia, Cornish. Oh my gosh. And you know what's really cool is I have the challenge winner. The challenge winner, I know in my head, and actually one of you guys who are just commented, one of you are the challenge winner and you're on here, which is really cool. So I'm gonna announce, I kind of wish I had a hair tie. I'm gonna announce the challenge winner at the end of the video. Is this gonna work? I'm doing this whole thing where I'm not washing my hair for a month. I know. One of my friends has the most beautiful hair and she's like, I don't wash it. She's like, I literally wash it once a month, so I'm trying it out. From Boston, from Buffalo. Oh my gosh. From the Netherlands. Wow. Oh, wow. From India, from Minnesota. Oh my gosh, you guys, Malaysia. I'm so proud of you for getting up and coming here, no matter what time it is, no matter where you're at. And yes, Juliet, isn't this the cutest Airbnb ever? It's 3 stories. And right up there is like a loft/bedroom, which is where I was sleeping. I was kind of scared last night though, because it's beautiful with all these open windows. I wish I could show you guys the view. If you follow me on Instagram, I just posted the view this morning. It's insane. But I was kind of scared because there's no curtains. So I'm like, okay, I can't walk around like, naked. And I'm like, what if people can see in here? But however, that's the mountain. So then no one can actually see unless someone lives in the mountain, which I don't think anyone does. Hello, Leslie, Emily from Wine Country, from Ukraine. Oh, Leslie said, so happy to see you all. So sweet. So Kissinette's on here. Hello, you guys from Pennsylvania. So welcome to day 3 of your challenge, where you get to create an online dating profile. So I'm really curious. I know some people are really comfortable with online dating and some people are like, I would never online date, right? And I always tell people, I'm like, 1/3 of marriages today come from online. And it's not weird at all. Online dating is not weird. It's normal now, right? And it's really cool because when you choose to online date, you have this pool of people who are looking to date as well, right? So Drew and I actually, we were friends before we started dating. I had known him for like 4 years. And I remember when I was on the app, I was like, oh, I saw Drew on there. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And he was a friend of mine at the time, so I didn't think anything of it, right? But I always tell people that story because I'm like, we were both online dating. And I have so many people in our programs and my friends, into my family, who have met their loving spouses in online dating, okay? So give me a 1 if you already have an online dating profile, and give me a 2 if you don't have an online dating profile. Give me a 2 because I kind of want to take a poll. I'm really curious where you guys are at, because when I was writing when I was going to send out your email for this morning, I was like, you know what? Some of these ladies might already have online dating profiles. So I gave you a different challenge. Okay. So 1, cool. 2, 1, 1. Okay. Awesome. So it's looking pretty even. Cool. I wish I don't have the app today where I can pull your guys' questions up. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Awesome. So cool. This is really cool because all of you that are putting 2s that don't have online dating profiles, you can also see that 50% of people do. So if you had any sort of reservations, right, it's a very normal thing. and Nadia says, I love online dating. So awesome. So just to remind you guys how to win the challenge, and you just go in the Facebook group and you post that you completed the challenge of the day, right? I did it, I'm done, I made my online dating profile, I activated it, or I journaled, right? I journaled. The people who already have online dating profiles, your assignment, your challenge is to journal on a certain prompt, which I put inside the Facebook group and I also emailed out. And that is to ask yourself, what opens up for me when I choose to trust that there's a great man out there for me who will discover me solely from me being myself, showing up, right? Flirting online and offline, and choosing to graciously receive dates. That's it. So I want you to ask yourself, what opens up for me? And I want you to set a 15-minute timer and just pour your heart out. Okay. And Nadia said, that's where all the single guys are. Luda said, I just signed up before this challenge. Awesome. Awesome. Because it may or may not have something to do with our challenge for tomorrow. So make sure you have that online dating profile. And then so how to win, you go in the Facebook group and you post. And hello, everyone hopping on. If you haven't commented, please comment, share where you're from, and say hello. I love seeing, because we end up having crossover where we'll have some girls in Japan, and and then people will become friends, and it's so cool to see that. Did you see that? I'm just pulling my ring off. What was that? So now, for the challenge winner for yesterday, you won and I know you don't know who you are yet, but you're on here. You won a session with Miss Chelsea Rose, who is an incredible coach, an incredible friend of mine. I trust her dearly. She has supported me in so many ways, and she's a feminine energy expert, and she's also a love coach. So you won a 30-minute call with her, which is a $300 plus value easily, and she's going to really help you in your love life. You just get to pour everything out to her, and she's going to help you explore and discover things and just make a big difference for you in that 30 minutes. So that's what you won, which is so cool. I'll announce the winner at the end. Help me remember this time, because yesterday I forgot to announce it and I had to post it in the group. Oh, from Manila in the Philippines. That's awesome, Malene. Malene or Melon? I've been to the Philippines. I have Filipino family. Cornish says, I'm scared to try blind dates because I haven't had the best experience. Okay, got it. So thank you for sharing that. And if you can relate to Cornish, I hope I'm saying your name right, hon. Give us a 3. And you're so welcome, Melon. Give us a 3 if you can relate. Yeah, Leslie says, me too. I get it. I totally get it. So when we have had, even say, when we have an experience and it's not the best experience, right? Say you're cheated on, or say your date doesn't show up and you're stood up, or say, something happens. Let's use the pen again. We love the pen, right? So something happens in the dating process. Now, in this case with blind dates, where we have to be really careful, or just mindful is a better word, is to not make up any beliefs about blind dating or about dating. Because what can happen is when we have an experience that's emotional, the blood actually rushes more to our brain, and it creates a memory, and then we associate the memory and a belief with that experience, when it's not the ultimate possibility. It's not the ultimate end-all be-all. It's not the ultimate truth. It's only true as long as we decide it so, right? So we can choose to be committed to avoiding our fear and being afraid of blind dating and not really putting ourselves out there, or being afraid of dating in general because of the beliefs and the memories from our past experiences. Or we can choose to create something new. We can choose to create something exciting. We can choose to believe that in being open to going out with people that we don't know is how our dream love life is going to manifest. Because dating is a key piece in experiencing that. And whenever we have fears around this, right, all it is old beliefs. It's just past experiences that we're holding on to and we're bringing to the present, right? That we're bringing into our emotional state now. So this is also why it's really important to do the work of letting go of the old beliefs, letting go of all those things that aren't serving us, to be open and available to what it is we really want to experience. And that leads me into reminding you guys about what you can win tomorrow, which is my Manifest Your Evolved Man course. And I have a whole module on letting go. I have it's identifying and removing limiting beliefs that aren't serving you in your love life. This was instrumental in me being open and available for the love life that I have now. So I take you guys through a whole module with videos and worksheets on how to really let go of those beliefs or identify and let go of those things that aren't serving you so you can show up and date with authenticity and confidence and excitement. And your dating journey becomes really fun. And then there's also a bonus class on letting go of exes and all that. So that's what you guys can win tomorrow. It's a course valued at $2,000. I give you so much. It's the energetic and the practical steps to manifesting your evolved man. So you can win that tomorrow. And thank you for bringing that up. It's a great question. So I would come back to, if any of you guys can relate to that, is asking yourself, what is it that I'm committed to? Am I committed to possibilities and my vision, or am I committed to my fear? If we're committed to our fear, right, we avoid doing the thing that allows us to be open to experience what it is that we really want, right? This vision, this foreign, and it's going to be a little scary. It's supposed to be. It's new. It's foreign. We're inviting you into something totally new. Beautiful. And ask 3. Oh, the famous pen. Yeah. So cool. And Amelia says, I can relate. Nadia says, a thing that has helped me in loving to date is to work on my sense of worthiness. Now that I know I'm worthy of dating, it is only fun, and the rejection concept doesn't even exist. I take nothing personally. That's a beautiful place to exist. Okay, let me read what the Dundee winner says. Maybe you guys if you can relate to the Dundee, give me a 4 in the chat. She says, I've been on probably 30 online dates in the past 3 years. At this point, I have the dream of meeting someone in a magical way that doesn't feel forced after trying to force it for so long. Advice. Girl, I'm so proud of you for asking that, because so many women can relate to this. So it's all an energy thing, right? Where are our beliefs? Where are our, what do we really believe in our heart to be true and possible about our love life? Right? And let me ask you, Dundee, do you, this is exactly why I gave the journal prompt for the people that already have online dating profiles. Cause I'm, knowing that you're already being really proactive and showing up. I'm curious if there was any forcing or wanting to control or kind of, manipulate or create the situation, which is why the journal prompt is what opens up for me when I trust, right? That he will court me. So I want to acknowledge you, Dundee, for recognizing that there was some forcing happening. And that's why you're like, and so what's happening is your mind is going, I don't want to force it, so therefore I should just meet him in some different way. What if you could be in online dating and offline dating and forcing was not a part of the picture at all? And when we try to force, underneath force is the pen. Here's the famous pen. Yeah. When we try to force or control, underneath it, down here, is always a fear. Because we want to control and try and force it and make it happen, because a part of us doesn't actually believe that it can happen or that it's going to happen. So we feel like we need to manipulate the situation or be the hunter, right? To then ensure that it happens because we're scared, right? So anytime there's control, it's a great way to look at, what's underneath that control, what's underneath that force. Because once we identify that and we remove that, girl, you're unstoppable. So with that being said, you want to ask yourself, what opens up for me when I choose to trust that he will court me? When I choose to trust that my only job is to show up and be authentic and flirt and be open and available. What opens up when I choose to trust that he will court me? Because if there's any forcing and wanting to control, a man will sense that. And it also doesn't feel good when we do it, right? I totally done it, do it. preach into the choir, right? So what you want to do is it's a lot about trust and surrendering, right? Surrendering, not just over here where the magical thing can come in, but also online can be a tool for you to learn to surrender, right? So that's your big practice, my love, is to learn to surrender and release control and trust that you show up. Because if we're feeling like we have to force it, there's a lack of trust that in the space. We don't believe that we can have what it is that we really want, which can come back from childhood. It can come from a past relationship, right? And come from all these things. So you want to identify that, and then look at, what opens up for me when I trust, and start to open your heart and open your imagination into that space. So you're coming into that state and you're becoming the energetic match for it. Okay. Woo, this is good. You guys have so many comments. Let me see if I can read some of them. Let's see. Juliet, I want to know what okay, Juliet says, I'm 21 and surrounded by many men who aren't even men yet, biologically, and it can feel scary to be open and vulnerable around those men who are often very dismissing, missing, and immature. Okay, I hear you. And she says, this makes me feel stuck in an environment that doesn't support my growth sometimes. Okay, this is great. So maybe you can relate to Juliet. Give me a 5, but maybe it's in a different way. Maybe it's you feel like there's not men around in your environment, or not new men, or anything. So I want to support you, Juliet, and all of you women who can relate to her, that your ability to manifest your dream man is not dependent upon your environment, right? Your ability to manifest your dream man is not dependent upon your environment. So, because things can happen when we let go and we really choose to trust and be open and available, things will happen in a way that you least expect it. Things will line up in your favor, right? They will line up in the favor of your vision. Now, in terms of being afraid to be open, you get to increase your self-trust muscle. See, everyone can relate to you. You get to increase your self-trust muscle, because we don't like to be open if we don't trust ourselves to draw a boundary when we know there needs to be a boundary, right? So if we don't trust ourselves to speak up, to share our truth, to say, hey, don't do that, or hey, no, or this is actually what I want, then what happens is we don't want to be open at all, because we know that we'll maybe end up in a situation or where we feel like we have to pretzel or mold, or we get exhausted, or we're uncomfortable, right? So what would happen if you fully trusted yourself to speak up when you needed to speak up? How much easier would it be to lead with an open heart, and to be open, and to be authentic, and to be open to love, Juliet? So let me know if that resonates with you, if there's somewhat of an opportunity for you, Paige, an opportunity for you to express your truth if someone's being dismissive, or not respectful, or any of those things, right? So a lot of times when women don't want to date, or they don't want to put themselves out there because they're afraid that maybe someone will act a certain way, it's not about this person, right? Please use the pen. It's not about this person. It's about actually an opportunity for us to speak up. It's an opportunity for us to become the best, most authentic version of ourselves. And that's something we're all learning as women, you guys, right? It is to speak our truth and know that we're not going to die, literally, So, because even though it's 2021 and we're safe, sometimes our biology hasn't totally caught up, right? So as my invitation for all of you is allowing yourselves to be more expressive and to share what's true for you in a loving way, right? I teach this in my courses and my programs, and when a woman hasn't spoke her truth in a very long time or ever, the first time she does it, she's like, like it comes out like, you're like, whoa. But that's what happens, because she was so suppressing it for so long. Then she comes over here and it's got this like rage in it, which is totally fine. I'd rather have that than her not say it at all. And then we learn to do it in a loving way. So what do to say? I love online dating. It gives you an opportunity to talk about yourself, and it's a great way to check in with yourself, how you feel about yourself, and how you spend your time and do things you love. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. And in our Unlock His Devotion course, which I'm giving away, I'm giving that one away tomorrow. I'm giving that one away tomorrow. That one, I teach you about, I show you a great online profile, and then I also show you a crappy online dating profile, and I give you the exact steps to make a really good one. that will increase your chances online dating big time. We tested it amongst our programs. It was really cool. We had like a copywriter come in and teach us the whole course and then made it into a course, and so I can give it to you guys. So I'm excited about that, to give that away too. And Juliet said the course looks amazing. Yes. So the 2 courses that I have, you guys, are Manifest Your Evolved Man and then Unlock His Devotion. So Manifest Your Evolved Man is what someone can win today. And then Unlock His Devotion is what someone can win tomorrow. And they're both at $2,000 values. And I'm so excited to give them to you guys. So we'll see who the lucky winner is. And if not, don't worry, there'll be an opportunity to purchase the course, of course, because I want to continue to support you guys and allow you to go through the inner work and that take the practical steps and help you manifest your dream partners. Oh, and I have a special guest tomorrow. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Okay, amazing. So today your challenge, and let me know if you guys have any questions on today's challenge, where you are going to be making your online dating profile. You are going to be activating it. Don't overthink it. If you haven't done it, just do it. Get it out there. And I give you, people always ask me, what sites do you recommend? What apps? And I think there's so many great apps. There's so many great sites. And I recommend OkCupid because you can filter things down. Meaning when you go on there and you want to say what you're looking for, they have a really great filtering process. And also I really like the paid sites like Match.com, right? eHarmony, all of those that are paid, I think are absolutely great. How do we participate in the challenge? Hey girl, you must just be hopping in here, huh? Join the Facebook group and you will see the challenge instructions inside there. There's many more details. Here's the Facebook group. I'll make sure you get accepted. So the reason is it only, okay. Yeah, I would say make a fake Facebook profile to participate in the challenge and we can still accept you. You can just use the Facebook to get into the group. Amazing. So if you guys have any questions in online dating, please ask away. Or any questions in today's challenge, any concerns. Sophie said, do you think we should pay for apps or just use the free version? That's a great question. I'm assuming that the paid is an upsell. I always go for paid because I think it automatically, I know you can, so I don't want to limit. I know you can meet men on the free apps. I have so many friends that are married and I met on Bumble, right? Clients. So, and that's not a paid app. And if you're willing to pay for it, I say pay for it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sophie says, I haven't paid in ages. Natalia says, what do we do when, oh, PS, right before I forget. Chelsea's going live at 9 for you inside the Facebook group, 9 Pacific. Okay, so you can go in there and ask her a bunch of questions too. Natalia says, what do you do when you're tired of meeting you guys? I want to, and I swipe right and left, but I never reply. Okay, this is good. So what's stopping you from replying? Is my error? What's having you be tired of meeting new guys? There's something golden in there for you. Melaine said, I kept going back and forth on different profiles. I get frustrated with my options on so many different apps, not the type of men. So I kept making them, deleting them, perhaps wrong energy. I think you answered your own question, babe. So that's the beauty of sisterhood and all of us talking right here is we're just mirrors for each other and we can say what our challenge is and then we can actually get the answer in that process. Okay, I'm tired, school and career. So this is great because if you can relate to Natalia and you feel tired in online dating, right? You're not that inspired. I want you to give me a 5 in here. If you can relate to her, kind of having like a tired energy around online dating or dating, give me a 5. And she says that I would still like to meet someone. And that's so common. And that's why I'm highlighting what she's saying. And, oh, thanks, Amelie. I love your name, Amelie. 5, look at all of these girls can relate to you. Oh, my Lanta. This is so awesome. Catherine, Kara, the Dundee, Lesia, Amy, Carolina, Be Well, Jillian, Malin, Kara, Ina, Amelia, Juliet, Sophia, it's me, V. Wow, so beautiful. You guys can all relate. This is powerful. This is so powerful. So just take a nap. I'm just joking. I'm totally kidding. So this is so cool. I can be loud and I don't have to worry about being quiet because there's like a whole production crew back at my house. So I was kind of whispering, not whispering, but I wasn't yelling. So here's the thing. If there's a tired energy or there's not an excited energy and there's like a lower energy around it, it's usually because of one or two things. One, or actually several things, but let me just give you two main ones. One, we don't believe what we want actually exists, right? So of course, dating would then not be exciting. If there's a part of us that doesn't really believe we can have it, it's not exciting. Oh my gosh, right? And then number two is we believe it exists, but we don't believe it's for us. Such a bunch of BS. PS. Thanks, Julia. It's a bunch of BS, okay? So that, and it could be that we don't have healthy boundaries in dating, so that's what exhausts us, right? So number one, you want to take an inventory of your beliefs, right? You really want to look at like the number when you guys wrote that love letter and that day one, continue to do that work, continue to do the inner work, continue to flood your consciousness with the belief that it's true, it exists, it's out there for you, and continue to bring it into the present moment, continue to do that work. And with that, because then you're going to be excited, you're going to approach and access your dating life with this excited energy, right? Right before I got into a relationship with Drew, you guys, for the first time in my life, I was dating at the time 4 guys at once. And that was new for me. That was not how I was before because I hadn't done this work. And I was having so much fun, right? I was having so much fun. And these guys were amazing. They were such gentlemen. Prior to that, though, prior to doing this work, I had the same thing. I didn't want to date. I would dread it. I would literally take a shot of vodka before going on a date. It's not like I was an alcoholic or anything, but I was nervous or I was like dreading it. Like I just just handled it differently, okay? So you want to take inventory and you want to ask yourself, what opens up for me when I choose to believe that what I desire exists and it exists for me? And you want to also get right in present tense, okay? And the other thing is having healthy boundaries with dating. So get on the phone with him before you want to date with him. Say, hey, I'd love to talk on the phone first, or I'd love to hear your voice, or I wonder if you're this funny on the phone, right? And get on the phone with him and be curious. Approach your dating life with curiosity. Because it's when we're in judgment, when we're trying to control, it's all these other ways that we go about it that tire us out, right? Dating is not exhausting. It's our energy and our relationship with dating that makes it exhausting. So what I'm here to do is to help you transform that, okay? So swipe up. I'm just joking. Shout out to Chelsea's on here, you guys. Everyone say hi, Chelsea. Chelsea, I told all of them that you're going live at 9 Pacific, right? And it's 7:30 there now. No, I don't know what time it is there now. I'm in Mountain Time. Okay. Let's read your guys' questions. I like what Juliet says. I'm looking at dating as a game and as something fun to do. Someone I dated some time ago became a close friend. That's so cool. So that's wonderful. So give me a 6, you guys, in there if you're ready to have a new relationship with dating. All of you that gave me a 5, I better see a 6. You're ready to have a new relationship with dating and you understand that it's up to you to create that, to source that, to create that energy for that. And one thing that Chelsea's really good at, you guys, that I highly recommend you ask her about is creating those healthy boundaries in dating so that you are moving through dating with a queen energy because she really embodies the queen. So look at all these 6s. Ow! Good job, you guys. This is so awesome. Wow. Look at that. Okay, all of these 6s, if you didn't put a 6 in here, come in here, girl, put a 6 because you're declaring that you are ready to have a new relationship with dating. And that is the doorway to manifesting your dream relationship because dating is a piece of the puzzle. And all dating is a sorting game. You're saying I'm open, I'm available, I'm on the market, and I'm willing, and I'm ready to meet the right person. And I understand that being open and meeting people is the way to meeting the right person. And that is the doorway to when your man can come in. Because here's the thing, your man is already alive. He's walking, maybe he's pooping, right? Who knows what he's doing? He is alive. He could be your neighbor. You could meet him at the grocery store. Like you don't know and you don't need to know. all you need to do is choose to be open. And so that's why, and creating an online dating profile is a way to put yourself on the market, right? Journaling on how you get to trust that he's going to show up is a way, Sophie says he's definitely pooping, is a way of being available so that he can come into your life. Isn't that like the coolest thing ever? You guys are all doing, there's so many sixes. I'm so incredibly proud of you. Make sure that as soon as you're done with your active profile or you're done journaling, that you come into the group and that you post that you have done it, that you've done it so that you can win. And I am going to announce the winner right now, so I don't forget to do that, who won the complimentary call with Miss Chelsea Rose, which is a super high value experience, which is gonna just serve you in your love life. You get to brain, heart dump everything on her, and she's gonna help you. It's such a gift to be held by her. And that winner is Paige Otis. You were on here. I hope you're still on here. You might not be, but you were on here. Chelsea says, yay, you were on here. I saw you in the very beginning, which was really cool. I was like, oh, she won. So Caitlin, my one of our Brave Lady coaches, who you probably see in the Facebook group, Caitlin Murphy. Paige says, I'm here, baby. Yay. She says, woohoo. Perfect. So Chelsea says, hey, Paige. So Caitlin's the one who helps pick the winners, and she does it through a number generator, so it's super random. So if you haven't won yet, you still have an opportunity to win tomorrow. You still have an opportunity to win today. I'm sorry. Today, the person who wins gets the Manifest Your Evolved Man course. It's a $2,000 valued course. It's got 9 modules in it. It's all the work I've done. It's all the work I teach in my programs that are anywhere from $12,000 to $14,000. Like it's self-study, so you go through it, and I also give you action steps to really support you in moving through your dating life super powerfully and attracting your dream man. And I know today we talked a lot about limiting beliefs and fears and concerns, and also, letting go of the past. That's module 4. It's life-changing. Okay, so you have an opportunity to win that today. All you have to do is go in the group and post that you did today's challenge. So make that profile or do that 15 minutes of journaling. And also feel free to share what opened up for you in the process. Like, were you scared or were you really excited? It's all perfect. So feel free to share that. I love seeing that. Madeline says, I get the famous pen. This is actually, I'll ship it. Thanks for the, you're so welcome. Today was phenomenal. Okay, great question. Nadia asked, hey, Rebecca, I'm super curious to know if you were having sex with the 4 guys, you were dating before going out. Do you recommend waiting? Okay, great question. And I was not sleeping with any of them. I was not physically intimate with them, right? So, and I could talk a little bit about that, and that'll be a great way to wrap this up. And I go into this extensively inside the courses, and also give you workbooks so that you can move through it. And I want to teach to you right now. And the moment, you guys, that we sleep with a man, oxytocin comes out to play. And oxytocin, or even when we're physically intimate, right? Oxytocin is the bonding agent. So what happens is we stop seeing him objectively. All of a sudden, we just are like, it's like we took a drug. We're like, you are the only thing that exists in the world. We're going to have babies and get married before you really know the guy. Okay. So I highly recommend that you wait to be physically intimate with him, only because it's going to support you in getting to know him emotionally, spiritually, right? And all of these other ways that are really important to women. They're really important. I know you ladies, right? That are really important because, you want to feel at home, right? I've talked to thousands of women, and when I ask them what they want in their dream relationship, they always say to feel at home, which is so beautiful. And that saying, at home is where the heart is? It's so true. When we're in our heart, we feel so at home. So we want to be able to experience that with a man. And in order to experience that, we have to make sure that we're available for it, and that the man that we're choosing is available for it. Now, as women, it is much easier for us to be in our hearts. It really is. They say that the longest journey a man will ever take is the 17 inches from his head into his heart, right? And there's so many men that want to go there and are willing to go there with us, and there's some that are not, okay? I think they all want it, but there's some that are unwilling or they're not ready. And when we sleep with a man too early, we're fogged and we may not see that, right? So by just making a commitment to wait to sleep with a man, or allowing ourselves to see him objectively and to source and to be clear on creating that dream love life vision, right? So if you guys have any other questions around this, I'd love to answer them for you right now. And also, if you win the Manifest Your Evolved Man course, or the Unlock His Devotion course, I go deeper into it in the Unlock His Devotion course. And I give you workbooks. I'm trying to see if it's in this course too. How do you talk about the boundary? Great question, Paige. So know that even like a gentleman will try. Rebecca says, I'm ready to receive the best relationship I deserve. That's so beautiful. So even a gentleman may try. So I don't want you to all of a sudden say he's not the one because he tried. He made a move, right? The right he may try, and you can still create that boundary. And there are outlying situations where people maybe had one night stands and then they end up together, right? So I know that some of you may be thinking that, well, so-and-so ended up together and they met drunk at the bar. So here's the thing. I believe that those people, whether they slept together on that night or not, would still end up together. And I want to give you a formula that supports you where the odds are in your favor, where you don't get caught up in the one-itis or dating down because the oxytocin is choosing, right? So what you do is when he tries to sleep with you or he comes on and first and foremost, I'm going to give you the how, I'm going to give you the communication, what to say. But underneath that, what I want for you more than anything is that you are really grounded in this for yourself. Because when we're grounded in why this is important to us, it's so easy to communicate it. But when we go to communicate because we feel like we're supposed to do it, then we forget what to say and we're all confused and blah, right? So you want to look at why, you want to ask yourself, why is it important to me to wait to sleep with a man until I'm in an exclusive relationship? Why is that important to me? And you really want to get to the heart of that, right? You want to look at why you value that. And that's also something that we go over in the Manifest Your Evolved Man course. There's a whole module on personal values and deal breakers. That one was mind-blowing for me and for a lot of my students, because we go and date and it's like, are we really clear on what our values are? So with the way that the questions are, is that they're calculated to help you look at what you value most in your life. My coach who's been doing this work for 30 years saw this module in this workbook and was like, this is insanely good. I'm like, I know. So I can't wait to share that with you guys and to announce the winner of the Manifest Your Evolved Man course. To give myself the best. This is so good. Okay, so so now let me just make sure I finish this part up about sleep, what to say if he tries to sleep with you. So being grounded in your own intention, your vision for it. And then when he goes to make a move, you just simply share. If you're attracted to him, you can let him know, like, I'm really attracted to you, and, you can let him know that. And if you're not, then you don't need to say that. I'm really attracted to you, and I like to wait to be physically intimate until I'm in a committed relationship or an exclusive relationship. Period. I like to wait to sleep with a man until I'm in a committed relationship. The reason that statement is so powerful is because it's about you. You're not saying you can't sleep with me because you're not with me. You're not saying there's no you in any of that besides maybe a compliment, like I'm attracted to you. And you're saying I, V, I, Amelie, I, Luda, I, Emma, right? You're saying I. Okay, I hope that helps you guys and makes a big difference for you. Reading some of your comments. Emma says, I tend to be assertive on dating apps and I don't have patience. So when people don't hold a conversation, I'm instantly resigned, and recommendations on conversations for them. Okay, so thank you, Emma, for asking that. And if you can relate to Emma, write a 2. So if there is an impatience, right? Because I'm always going to want to look at your beingness and your thoughts and your emotions and your behaviors. This goes for each of you as you ask me questions, because the way that I know how to make the biggest difference for you is to shift you. So I can shift you, then your whole dating experience and your whole love life is going to shift. Okay, so know that my highest commitment is to serving you. My highest commitment is to serving you and attracting the love life of your dreams always. So if I ever say something you don't want to hear, know that I'm saying it in love. Like I'm saying it in love, and I'm saying it because I'm committed to you having what you want. Okay, so if there's an impatience in the space, which I totally get, then I'm sensing that there could be some resentment, some anger, some frustration towards men, or some lack of trust. Let me know if that lands with you at all. Because if there's some impatience, right, whenever we're impatient, we're anticipating that we're not going to get our needs met. We're anticipating that they're not going to show up. So then we see that over and over and over again and create it. Leslie says, thank you so much for all your tips on online dating apps and how to write. You are so welcome, hon. Can we also make the first move as a girl? I mean, absolutely. As women, we're actually making the first move all the time. Because by us showing up and saying we're available and winking and smiling and flirting, we're saying, hey, ask me out. Like you're essentially making the first move in the process, which is this whole challenge. I'm so supporting you guys in doing that. Because I know for some women it's super easy and for some women it's not. I want to see what, whose question? Emma, I want to see Emma, if you can. Emma said lack of trust. Yeah, I hear you, babe. So if you can relate to Emma and you feel like sometimes you have a hard time trusting that a man's really going to show up, give me a, you guys like my socks? Give me a 4. If you can relate to Emma and you sometimes feel like it's hard to trust, give me a 4. Yeah, Emma said, so I'm always anticipating it won't work out, so why even try? Babe, I totally get it. When I did the module 4 in the Manifest Your Evolved Man course, where I help you identify limiting beliefs, the big one that I wrote out that came out for me was that all relationships go south. I really believed that. So I would date down and I would feel alone in those relationships, and it freaking sucked. And know, you guys, that I teach this work because I was so bad at it. Like I was so bad at it, and I hired a relationship coach. I spent literally close to 50 grand in relationship coaching from some of the best people in the world, and it changed my life, which is why I now teach this work and I make it super accessible for you guys, because I want you to have that too, because I know what it's like to feel like all relationships go south and the loneliness in that. So I feel you, girl. Everyone can relate to you. This is so beautiful. Yeah, everyone can relate. Wow. So beautiful. This is so beautiful because awareness is 50% of the work. And right, it's super important. So having that awareness is key. So we really get to be open to healing and letting go of when there wasn't trust, and to creating something new and different. Right? So what would it be like if you did trust? Right? What would it be like if you did trust that a man was going to court you and show up for you? I want you to just journal on that question, because there's so many other things I want to ask and support you with that. But I don't want to overload you guys. So I just want you to start with that. What would it be like if you did trust that he was going to show up for you? What would that be like? What would it feel like? And when you're asking it, notice the question, what would it? It's opening up your prefrontal cortex. It's opening up your imagination. And it's actually shifting your emotional state. We are energetic batteries, you guys. And if you want to understand more of this work, stalk Joe Dispenza, get his book, Becoming Supernatural. He's amazing. He changed, like, I love his work. But we are energetic batteries where our energy is going up and around, right? So and it expands out like 6 feet. So we're walking around in these energy fields on the planet, right? So we want to flood this consciousness and this field with paradigms that are going to help us create what we really want. And the thing is, you guys are all here because you know that you can do that on a subconscious level. Maybe not consciously. Some of you maybe know consciously, some of you maybe don't. So that's the power of this work. When you stop and you ask, what would it be like if I trusted that he was going to show up? You're then creating new pathways to be open and available for that. Okay? So I want you to ask yourself that question. And with further support, really doing the work around letting go, around anything that's having you hold on to the belief that you can't trust men. And trust me, I know what it's like to hold on to those things. I know what the pain can be like, and you're not alone. And I can guarantee a lot of women in here can relate to you. And moving through that and letting go of it is one of the most powerful, I think, processes that we can do. Which is why I also love this work so much, because what you guys move through and do and create, it goes beyond this challenge. It goes beyond even this year. It's something that you're going to carry with you and is going to impact you for the rest of your life. And you can't tell I love doing this. Wow. And Lily says she likes his work. Yes, his work is amazing. She loves Joe Dispenza. Nadia's read the book. So cool. Nadia said, this class and community is so precious. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I feel like my mind expanding, my heart opening. I'm surrendering to trust that my man is showing up. That feels amazing. Wow. It's so good. Wow. Aww. She says, how can you be so genuine? That is so sweet. Thank you. What's your name, Lifestyle Guru? I think I haven't said your name only because I'm like, I don't think her name's Lifestyle Guru. This is so good, you guys. So go join Chelsea live. She's going to be going on, I think I get the times. Oh no, 9. So she's going on in an hour and 15 minutes. IBI, I'm Greek. So am I saying it right? IBI, IV? So I'm so proud of you guys. Page 1, the call with Chelsea. I will announce the winner of today, tomorrow, who won the Manifest Your Evolved Man course. And if for some reason you didn't win it, I'll make sure there's an opportunity for you to also purchase it, so we can continue to work together. And go make your online dating profile, activate it, get her done, put yourself out there. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I'm so proud of you girls. And also, notice if you ever get, if in this challenge process, if you ever get emotional and tired, that's okay. When we're healing things, that actually, it can be a symptom, a side effect, okay? So it's not a bad sign. Even yawning's a really good sign. And excitement's also a really good sign. If you're really excited and you feel alive and you feel like shaky, like all of those are great signs. So continue to show up, continue to do the work. I'm giving you the steps that allow you to be open and available for your man. And in that process, it's a unfolding and it's a healing, and it's exciting, it's scary. So just continue to move through. And thank you so much, you guys, for trusting me. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow morning and in the group, okay? Mwah!